Welcome to Gamers Gaming, where today I thought we would play an older game that's been out for a while called Hydroneer. In Hydroneer, you're basically, it's kind of an automation game. You're searching for gold, iron, and a new resource called Cloudium. Well, new to me. When the game first came out, it was just iron and gold. Cloudium has since been introduced. Um, so you're searching for these resources, and all the while you're automating the process. They've also recently added in fishing and farming. This could be looked at as a kind of like a precursor to some of the other automation games that have been coming out recently, like Satisfactory and whatnot. Except for in the beginning, it's all of a manual process. So let's get into it and give it a start, shall we? Okay, so you start with a lantern that you can turn on. Over here is your shovel that you use to shovel up your dirt. They give you a cart. This is your bucket that you put your dirt in. This is the brush that you use to brush out the dirt to get your materials. Oh, fell in the water, didn't it? And then here's the bucket you put your dirt in. So when you start out, you're going to want a couple thousand in gold. Um, we're gonna start digging. Let's start digging right here. So once you can't put anything in the shovel, it'll flash red like that, and then you just pick up the shovel. You click with the left mouse button, and you get like a little dirt clump. Now you can take this little dirt clump. You can walk it over to your bucket, plop it in here, put it in the water, and then grab your brush and click on it. And then you can see we got iron, which I'm holding right here. And we got a little shard. These shards aren't worth anything. They're used to power something else later on that we'll get into later when we get into that. But as far as money wise, they're not worth anything at all. So this plot, our starting plot here, only goes down 5. Like 5 blocks deep. So we're gonna just kind of fill up. Now, what I prefer to do, some people don't like to do this, but I prefer to do it this way, is to take this and then you can actually combine. You see how we combine 2 buckets into a larger block of dirt? And then you can walk it over here, dump it in the water, and then brush it out. And as you can see, we got gold. Now, the stuff that's in the bucket, like, it won't fall out unless you pour it out. If you pour it out, then it'll fall out. But you could toss that, and the stuff that's in there just won't fall out. So we can use that to our benefit by just keeping that in there and letting it sit as like a temporary storage until we get more stuff built up here. All right. So, and I found the hole. All right. So the beginning part is a lot of tediousness. It is. The beginning, oh, fell again, didn't I? The beginning can be very tedious. It can be very boring. Once you get into the automation part, That's where the gameplay kind of starts picking up, because then you can kind of go off and do other stuff and explore a little bit. There's other towns off here, that you can explore. There's other plots that we can buy that goes deeper, and we'll get into that once we get to that point. But there's like different tiers of dirt. I haven't gotten that far yet. I like I said, I haven't played this game in quite some time, so a lot of this stuff is new to me, like the different tiers of dirt. Um, all of that is new to me. Some of the other mechanics that the game came out with recently are new, like the fishing I've never done, the farming I've never done. The Cloudium is new to me. So some of this stuff we'll be exploring new. Um, some of the stuff I've done before and I'm familiar with. I wouldn't say I'm experienced, but I'm familiar with it. Um, so that's a thing. Last time I played, you had that vehicle over there, you had to buy it. I think so I've been playing it like I've been playing it on my own before I decided to make it into a YouTube video and a series. So there's other vehicles now that you can buy, and that one and this one over here, they give it to you for free now, so you don't have to buy it anymore. Before it was like 12, 15,000 what's called hydro coins, which is like the currency of the realm. So yeah, that's a thing. So we're just gonna dig out our little hole here. Okay. Just keep digging, kind of like keep swimming, right? Man, I can't stop yawning this morning. All right. And what's like with the shoveling, it digs the dirt, but once we get like the drill machine up and running, um, it doesn't take away the dirt at all. It just sits there on the dirt, and it doesn't like dig down and where you have to like it digs a hole, and then once you get to the bottom you have to move it and everything else like that. It just sits there on top, and then that's it. You're good to go. All right. So let's see what we got here. All right. Oop. Well, it doesn't matter how you do it. You could do the dirt first or the water first. I just prefer to do the water first. And we'll go ahead and we'll sell this load here so you can see where you sell it in the first time around. So you come up here, you come up this road here, and there is the grocer's new. The grocer's where you sell the crops from the farming. I think over here is the stock market. Yeah. So the stock market, you can make sometimes you can make more money, um, but the more you sell, the more the prices go down. The jeweler just gives you a flat rate, no matter what. And plus, certain stock markets will only buy certain things and everything else. It's a whole ordeal. I don't mess with the stock market. I really don't. I just I sell everything to the jeweler. It's easier that way. I might not get I might not min max my money that way, but you know what? I don't care. So I just sell to the jeweler. It's easier. I don't have to deal with going to yeah, see right here, this is what they buy, iron bars. So I would have to smelt all this iron down into bars and everything else. So I'd have to find one that would buy like the ore and whatnot. And yeah, that's just and you don't have to dump it out. Like if I would just stick the bucket on that table, it would be fine. So we're going to get 118 hydro coins. So here's our coins, and we can stick our coins right there and carry them down to our little plot. And then we'll put the bucket right here. We'll take our coins out and we'll put our coins over here. And then over here, these are tools to repair like your pipes, your machines, stuff like that. Here's your starting machines. Oh, excuse me again. Here's your drill. You're starting out your starting drill, and then your starting sorter. They give you eventually you have to craft your own, but they give you like starting ones. And so for that we need 752 coins. We're going to actually need more to get like a basic setup because we got to get conveyor belts, pipes, a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's the thing. Over here is a basic general store. You can buy concrete floors, construction hammers, more lanterns, mining helmets. Here's tier 1 pipes. These are the forged iron pipes. They're I call them the tier 1 pipes. The Cloudium pipes, which you can buy in another city, are like the tier 2. They can handle higher pressure. These are the tier 1 ones. They can only handle up to a certain pressure. This right here, that pressure tank, this is what the um, crystal shards are for. And I'll explain what this does and everything when we get to that point. Here's like TNT for like mining purposes. Here's a um, like fishing pot. Again, I've never used this. This is for the fishing, fishing pole, rod rack. This is a small furnace, crucible, um, casting mold, blacksmithing hammer, anvil. Again, so like this is what you use to so you can make like swords, axes, daggers, rings, and necklaces. The rings and necklaces are made out of gold. The swords, axes, and swords are all made out of iron. The more work you put into something, the more money you're going to get out of it. So swords requires 3 bars of iron. So you'll get the most money out of making swords than you would out of, say, a dagger. Um, Necklaces require a gem. Well, both the rings and the necklace, you need a gem for. What you get from digging up the uh, the dirt there. Um, so all of that, the necklace requires 2 gold bars. The ring only requires 1, so you'll get more money from the necklace than the ring. So the more work you put into creating an item, the more money you're going to get out of it. So that's what the anvil is for. And then this is like a hand sorter. There's a lot of like debate over whether the hand sorter is useful or not. Um, One of the YouTubers I watched says he skips it. Um, I tend to skip it as well. It seems to be just kind of useless, really. Um, Extra shovels, pickaxes. So, like with shovel, when you dig it out, you get the dirt to put in the shovel. With a pickaxe, you don't get to do that. You just you dig the dirt, it makes a hole. That's it. The saw will can take your bars and cut it in half. So like over here, when I was saying like you need like 3 bars to make a sword, you just smelt 1 bar. You take the saw to it, you cut it into threes, and then that's all you need to do. They don't need to be 3 equal parts. The grinding wheel, when you dig out your gems, they're uncut. So they're gems. They look like they're in like they're encrusted in pieces of rock. The grinding wheel makes them into like the actual like gemstones then that you can use. And then over here you can buy extra buckets, brushes, pans. You can buy torches, all that kind of stuff. And then to buy something, you would just pick it up with E, bring it over to this like little area over here, drop it with E, put your money in the bucket, and then just hit the red button and you buy it. Alright, so back we go to digging our... Now, as you can see, I fell in the hole. I can't jump out. So the way you fix that is if you hit the escape key, there's an unstuck button, and then it takes you back to like the road. Alright, so we'll just start digging out. And there's several mods. In fact, there's a mod creator that actually works on the development team for the game, and he just creates mods in his spare time. Um, I haven't played with any of the mods. I've looked at them. I haven't played with any of them. That's how I know like one of the mod creators is like an actual developer for the game. Um, and like I said, he does it in his spare time. Um, his mods seem to be the best in my opinion. They're not like game breaking. They tend to be the ones that enhance the game and would probably make good features for the game, probably because he's a developer. Um, but they're not like game breaking. They're not like, you know, infinite coins or you know, teleportation or stuff like that. It's like one of them is like oops, I fell down again. Like one of them is a bandsaw where it works like the handsaw, but unlike the handsaw, you don't get to choose like how big each bar is going to be. When you cut it in half, you don't get to choose like the sizes of everything. The bandsaw you can choose to make it like halves, quarters, or you can choose to make one bar a particular size versus another one. Stuff like that. So like his mods seem to be, if I were to ever play with a mod, I would probably use his, to be honest. Um, because I don't want to break the game. I want to be able to enjoy the game. I want to play the game. But I don't want to make the game like broken, if that makes any sense. All right, so we're still digging down into our little hole. Oh, and the further down you go, the more the more expensive the resources become, like the better pricing for the resources you'll get. So you want to go down as far down as you can get. All right, so we're just continuously digging our hole. All right. Oops. And then to combine them, if you see that, like the little dark circle on top of the little mound of dirt there, that's where you're going to drop it, and then you just drop your mound of dirt on top of the other, and that's how you combine stuff. The same works for coins. Like when we go to sell coins again, instead of having multiple like stacks of coins, you can just combine all your coins together and um, just drop them all together. All right, so we're still digging our little pit of despair here. And like I said, oh, look, I had another piece of dirt there. Sometimes it doesn't do like combine it, and you just have to finagle it around a little bit. Um, like I said, the beginning is very, very tedious. Um, we'll just have to suffer through it, I guess. Here we go. This right here, that's an uncut gem. You could tell, like, it's got, like, the green little emerald in it, and it looks like it's stuck in a rock. That's an uncut gem. And there's 3 uncut gems in the game. There's ruby, sapphire, and emerald. And then there's a 4th, gem in the game that is, like, when you mine it out, you don't, it's you don't have to send it through a cutter or anything like that. It's already like kind of cut. It's called onyx. It's the most expensive gem there is. Um, it's also the rarest, so it's hard to get. Um, so you have to really kind of dig down to get it and everything. All right. Oops. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell this. We'll drop our money in our bucket, and we'll be on our merry way. I'm gonna go and buy some concrete blocks now. Um, like I said, this plot here, and you can go across the bridge. Um, you could dig over here as well. All of this is part of your plot right here. Um, so I'm gonna buy some blocks some concrete blocks so that we could actually start. See how my coins combined there. So I'm gonna buy some concrete blocks. They're fairly cheap. I think they're only like 5 hydro coins. So we're gonna buy our blocks. I am not gonna buy a bed. There's one. There's two. There's three. And one more. 5. Alright. So we're gonna bring our blocks over here. And the reason why I bought 5 is if you remember when I said that this plot only goes down 5 deep. So there's no reason to buy like 8 of them because you're not going to be able to dig down like 8 blocks. You get to like bedrock, and then like in Minecraft, once you get to bedrock, you can't destroy it. Um, so yeah, once you get to bedrock, that's it. You can't go any further. So we're gonna go and dig this out, and we're gonna start digging down. All right. Oops. And I'm notorious for that, for forgetting that I've already dug out. Like I have dirt on my shovel, and I need to put it in the bucket and not. I think I almost fell in the hole there. Whoops, missed the bucket there, didn't I? All right. Okay. So they're gonna let me plop you down now. Yep. All right. Perfect. So now we can kind of start going down a little bit here. And down I go, Davy. Down I go. All right. Okay. So that's how we're just gonna place these blocks down and basically just gonna make stairs to um, get down into the lowest levels of the plot here so that we can kind of um, get what we need, get to the levels we need to get the good stuff, the good. Alright, so I'm gonna end this episode here. Let me know if you're enjoying this game. I'm trying to figure out what games everyone's enjoying. Traveler's Rest seems to be doing the best with views and everything. So that's going to be a mainstay of the channel. Everything else seems to be not doing as well. So I'm trying to figure out, what games everyone is enjoying watching. So if you have any suggestions for the channel, please let me know. And as soon as I can get the game, I will get the game and feature it on the channel. Um, I'm gonna dig down off camera and get down to the lower level off camera so that you don't have to watch this boring tediousness of me digging forever down like this. But until next time, this has been Gimir, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.